All right. Should be live now. Excuse me. How you doing, Code? Thanks for hopping on the stream even though I wasn't on there. Just getting set up. Starting later than usual, but feeling pretty good. Just busy. Appreciate you looking into those bugs too. I looked into a different one as well. It was the I think I made a new bug, but it's based on code that needs to be rewritten. So that makes two of us. Yeah, you never know with the stream. Never know. What I want to do, I was hoping to do this tonight. Excuse me. But what I would like to do next, art-wise, is make a moonscape. So I pulled up a few ideas in Blender, and I'm gonna export them into Flowscape here, but not quite ready for tonight. So that's on the agenda, to make some moon maps. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And the moon is easy because rocks scale pretty well in like an ambiguous way, so it won't dwarf the towers. You can always use your imagination with a rock, unlike a horse. Yeah, I think it would be a pretty fun theme. Yeah, thinking about the roadmap for the levels. We're gonna have basically one like a level style for each of the different towers. So right now there are 8 towers, right? So there's gonna be water, which we've started a water level already. It's kind of beach style. Sort of have an ice one, but we'll see how that goes. Probably like up in the mountains, but we could do tundra or like a polar cap or something, just like an ice land as well. We've started on the fire levels. A regular old earth level, probably just something like with foliage and stuff like that. Toxic kind of enemy one will be fun. Yeah, and so I'm trying to think about like where to map in all the enemies. So toxic could come out of like maybe a swampy level, because we could do water technically, like sort of a watery swampy level. I haven't worked out doing actually moving water. I'm not sure that we need it, but we could do a screenshot of reflections or something like that. That'd be fun. And then arcane. We don't have a I don't have a level style for arcane yet, but that's coming down the pipeline as well. Power plants. Yeah. Yeah, the scale's an interesting issue. As long as I think that those kinds of objects are fine as long as I add them in the engine side of things, because then I can really make sure that they're scaled properly. If they're scaled properly, I can do anything, right? And 1 second, I got some tea in the kettle. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just checking my audio levels. I wasn't getting the sound in my Bluetooth. Can you give me a sound check? Is that coming through all right? I don't want it to be deafening, but I do want it to be audible. Just that background music. I did not record a video yet. We're probably going to do one maybe tomorrow. He did a couple of TikToks with our dog. So we had fun with that. It's low. Let's try this maybe. Yeah, he did a couple TikToks with the dog, but he'll be back here tomorrow and we'll see what he wants to do. Played a little bit of Stardew Valley. And I guess I'm going to close this for now. No moon tonight, but that's coming up. Also, I don't know if any of the guys are in Discord tonight, but I guess I can let them know we're live. Cool beans. Yeah, chill song. All right. Well, let's see. One thing. Oh yeah, I remember now. So there was something I was playing with and I kind of like left it unfinished. It had to do with the towers. And I'm going to look into it here. Also, really having some trouble with my personal system over here and the cursor, so it's kind of annoying. I just put out a short about the cursor, about using custom cursors, and I'm actually a little bit on the fence about if I want to leave them in the game, because if the frames are low, it can be pretty frustrating to actually use them. So I need to look into either some serious optimization tricks for those, or, I mean, the last thing I want is frustrated players, right? A pretty game that doesn't function is a little bit infuriating. Did I put ice enemy particles back to normal? You think you left them halved, maybe? I haven't touched them. So... have cursor as a toggle, maybe. Yeah, we could do that. That's definitely an option for the end game. I'm going to ignore it for now, even though it's not looking good. No, I haven't messed with the ice particles yet, but... in fact, ice enemy particles. Let me double check those enemies too. Are you talking about these particles right here, like their actual main particle? That's a good thing that you mentioned that. I wonder. This seems like the kind of thing I could replace with an animation, to be completely honest. I'm not even in love with this, but it's a rather large particle, and that could be pretty intense. Which again is one of the reasons why if we migrate all of the functionality, yeah, the max particles you've halved. From 60 to 30. So yeah, I mean, it's like, that's 128 by 128. And there would be 30 to 60 of those. So it's like, I think I either need to completely change that or just replace it with an animation. Which, you know, if we have an animation, we don't necessarily have an enemy particle emitter, which is why I want to get away from behaviors on the particle emitters, so we could just do animations wherever they look good. So, yeah, I mean, 30's fine. I can see them just fine. We may not... I mean, at the moment, they even have that ice cloud sprite, that circle. So it's kind of like obvious where they are. I mean, a little bit on the transparent side, but... let's see, I'm only getting like... my frames are bouncing from like 30 to 60 or so. Does that change dramatically if we just swap the enemy out? Yeah, that may be helpful if you did. Yeah, I'm just thinking something kind of crystalline. It doesn't have to be a specific form or anything. So if we swap this out for, say, one of these guys, what do the frames look like? It still dips to about 31 on my machine, but it's not hanging out there very much. So, arguably a little bit better. Remove the fissures. Are you saying remove them to see how the frames look? Let's see, if we go to the global variable, fissure spawn, let's set that to false. Yeah, I mean, now it's not even dipping to 31, it's dipping into the 40s only. So, number of particles overall does matter. Let's take a look at the pathing. Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, let me see. Where did I move them? It should be... Right, so right up here, should be an update for every enemy. So it's going to go down here, enemy spawning, and then that's the enemy selection. Repeat for each enemies right here. So we said there are two things here. Oh yeah, this is what I meant to do. So if the variable stopped is false, move enemies, and then If the speed is 0, move them. But it seems like, so this one should only trigger once, because once they're moving, the speed should be more than 0. So I think this one's fine. This one is only checking for if they are frozen. So if the variable stopped is false. Draw paths each frame, maybe. So I think that they are drawing each frame. If a path has been found, right here. So if a path has been found, draw the path. And that is with no condition. So it is drawing every frame. I wonder if we need this. Because up here it's going to do a check if they're 0 speed move. Also if they're not stopped. And stopped is kind of a bad variable name. I think it meant more like frozen. Disable and check frames. And also if a path has not been found. So let's check. I mean, obviously, if we don't need it at all, we can get rid of it. Maybe I did that because there was a bug with some other thing, like the tower, the moon tower. But I think we got the moon tower squared away. I think. Oh, there's one of the bugs I was talking about, by the way. Yeah. All right, so a bit buggy there. So I think as long as we manage the variables properly, this should be fine. I'm going to get rid of this comment, and I'm going to get rid of the individual event there. And then if we don't draw the path, I mean, it's looking a hell of a lot better, to be honest. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, if we could probably just find something besides using particle emitters at all, I think that would be a help. But, and there's that bug again. You hear that? There's a clicking noise. Yeah, let's add it to the list. We have an actual list now too. Alrighty. Okay, so I would like to work on some of the features, but I think I need to fix some of these issues real quick. Let me look at the tower building. The object to show the enemy's path in white. The enemy's path in white. I think it was only drawing once at the beginning. Because it never moves, but let's check that real quick. What did we do for that? Enemy Pathfinder. Enemy Pathfinder. So if, yeah, the path I toggle, is that what you're talking about? So the toggleable path is if the button is turned on, then if the object's pathfinding behavior is not activated, it will activate. Oh, and you know what? Maybe that is every frame. But if I make this a child event, does it disappear? I think it only triggers once and then it vanishes. So I think it does have to draw every frame if the toggle is on. I'm not aware of a way to have the path remain on the screen without redrawing. Also, why is my camera so high up? Oh, is that a part of the painter object? Clear the rendered image between each frame. Oh. Okay, let's give that a shot. Okay, not quite. So if it's checked and that and that. Oh, you're right. Shape Painter, Pathfinder. Well, no, Shape Painter, Pathfinder. Yeah, I thought we were on the... I thought we had it there. But let's see. I mean, we've got to be on the right track here. We've got to be on the right path. Maybe, yeah. I mean, like, we could do a... We could try a Boolean. Let's see, what scene are we in? 2, 23, 25. Let's try... Let's add a variable. Yeah, but it doesn't trigger once, only it tells it to trigger once per frame though, right? So it probably wouldn't solve the performance issue. I'm thinking. I mean, we could try it. As a non-sub event. Actually, now I'm confused. I changed something, and so... Okay, so without that, it does draw. And it stays on... Oh, that's the wrong toggle. So it seems like... Clearing the path between each one is what allows the toggle to turn it off. Clear the rendered shape. So can we access that from the events? Let's see. Clear between frames. Okay, so we can. Activate the clearing of the render shape at the beginning of each frame. Okay. So we could do that. Then why don't we do a... Oops. Alright, so we have basically the same functionality as before, except now we're also telling the shape painter to erase whenever the toggle's not checked. Then for optimization, if we could actually let's say no, and then let's make sure that still draws. So I think I had that backwards. Yeah. Okay. Now let's log a message to the console here. We'll just say path triggered. Let's run that. Hold on a second. If the speed of the object is 0, do I need to disable the behavior? Path triggered. Okay, so this triggered only once now. I think we've got this one solved. So if I retoggle it, it happens just once. So I think we're good there. A small optimization win on the path. And when you're asking about the speed of the object, are you talking about this path finding object, or are you talking about for each actual enemy? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, good question. So if the pathfinding behavior is activated, Yeah, if the... That's a good question. So actually, hold on, not this. So if the path is not checked, oh, sorry, if the button is not checked, we do need to disable that behavior. Good call. So let's see, that works. I need to make sure it's, let's see here. Yeah, I'm just playing around with it here. So if it's off, on, off, on, it's just a little bit funny. Because if it's already on, it's going to kind of ignore it until it's checked again. It's almost like I need to put some of this up in the at the start of the scene, but I don't really want to do that. If the pathfinding behavior is activated, it's not activated, then activate it. And then here, yeah, I mean, I'm not convinced we need to bother with the enabling, disabling at all, to be honest. I think I was just using that as a check. It's kind of what I'm thinking. And there'd be one less check. So if the path is checked, if the toggle is checked, then we're clearing the rendered image, set to no. And then trigger once. Let's see, that could probably be a sub event as well. Yeah, I think you're right. We can get rid of that path. Clear. Wait. No. Wrong thing. If it is clearing between each frame, let's not do that. And then down here, the opposite. If it's not clearing, then clear it. Good old optimization. Optimization, I've always been so guilty of ignoring it early on, and this project has taught me a lot about starting correctly. For anything bigger than a game jam, starting correctly matters so much. But I give myself some grace too, because I've learned so much about GDevelop in the amount of time I've developed this game. So have to give yourself a little grace. Oh, maybe this is it. Let's try order of events here. Okay, so you didn't see it, but it did draw the frame and then it got rid of it real quick. Which is odd. So that should be clear the rendered image. No. Yeah, so now it's still triggering every single frame. Oops. Have an action of the if checked. Yeah, so you're saying if the toggle itself is checked. I'm going to just get rid of this here altogether. I just heard like an explosion outside. 1 second, let me make sure the world's not going to hell. There was a drone, a couple of drones in the neighborhood, and I guess someone shot at one of them. Toggle then. What, did it get rid of a comment? That's really creepy. They were just hovering. There was two of them hovering over our suburban neighborhood. I guess someone didn't like it. One of them zoomed off, but then it came back. So I guess they didn't hit it. Okay, you're saying toggle checked, then turn off clear between frames. Yeah, so then make sure it's triggered once. So I have those events here. Are you saying to move those, like, say, down below, like here, for example? No, that's not good. Maybe, let me check something here. What if we start with it? Okay, that might work. Okay. So it's now starting with the path shown, and it's only triggering once per toggle, not every frame. Check your YouTube stream page. So what did you say? Yeah, I'm seeing the same comments on the actual stream page. That is odd. Cool. I think we're good then on this pathfinding thing. So just a little more optimization there. Now clearly I need to fix these towers here. Oh, how odd that that message didn't go through. Yeah, you were right. I mean, that was basically what needed to happen. I just happened to leave the... I left the delete between frames on by default here in the actual object. So I disabled that. So on that very first frame, that was already on, and then it turned it back off. So now we're good to go. It just says no, man. Just says no. Alright, I'm going to go down to these towers now. Shouldn't be too bad. It's just something I messed around with. Bunch of old stuff in here I'm just going to get rid of. I think we don't need... Let me see here. So the original concept here was that the basic tower would, in fact, shoot at the enemies. Obviously, that's a really overpowered attack, but... In fact... So I was trying to decide, though, from a game design perspective, if I wanted the sort of basic tower to do anything at all, or if I wanted it to just be a platform on which you select an actual specialty. And I still haven't completely decided. I just don't... When I play tower defense games, I don't like any of the towers to become obsolete in any way. And it seems like a basic tower type would be obsolete, but at the same time... It might be good to have a sort of like non-specialty tower to just be your cheap tower. I don't know. But yeah, everyone has their favorite tower. But do they ever pick the basic tower as their favorite? That's the question. Maybe if it ends up being wild like this, I mean, if it could get to that point, then I guess people might like it. Yeah. What does the default monkey do again? I know he just throws like a spike, right? Does he end up throwing more spikes, or does it just go faster and faster? Rapid fire with Pierce. Yeah, we can probably leave the basic tower in there with actual shooting capabilities. You think? Towerhead 1. So Towerhead 1 has the, oops. I don't even know what that was. Towerhead 1. Make it a little bit less insane. So it's got the opposite direction thing going on, which could be a feature. In this case, it was a bug. I've seen that done, though, in some games. How did I do that? 3 bullets. Bullet speed variance. Max ammo. Starting ammo. Angle variance 0. Oh, because I have... From the position of Towerhead 1, point X, toward position enemy backers, center X and center Y. Yeah, I must have left the arc at 360. Yeah, there it is. So let's say if we have 3 bullets, we do, say, oh, I don't know, 24 degrees, maybe. Obviously, we'd have to update as we added more bullets. We wouldn't have to. We could leave it at 360 and just go from there, but could do anything we want. Wait, hold on a second. Let me undo. Back up a minute. Why? Let's look at the points here. I don't have a bullet point. What am I talking about? All right. I'm so used to picking a tower to use. All right, that's slightly better. Still pretty far off. But honestly, it doesn't matter that much. If I put it a Z order under, so let's do bullet Z order is assigned tower head 1 dang it Z order minus 1. I think that puts it underneath bullet's origin point. Now maybe I told it to spawn from tower head 1 tower had one bullet point, and the tower head did not have a bullet point. At some point in the past, it must have. But yeah, we could also do the other option, like you said. If we want it to be more like a machine gun with a single file, we could do that too. But yeah, let's just. I still want to fix that bug though. I got kind of distracted here. I got sidetracked. If bullets own origin is top left, it will spawn not center. Yeah, let's check the bullet's origin point. Origin 1818, center is 8. Alrighty. Alright, I've got about 9 more minutes here. Pretty sure I heard another. I'm hearing some gunshots now. Feel like stereotypical America here with gunshots going off everywhere, which is not normally true, but can't deny it tonight. What did I do with my music? Can't deny it tonight. Z order is under the tower base. Yeah, that looks a little funny. We need to do... They're still shooting. Tower head 1. Set to... I guess it's fine. Tower base. Probably doesn't even matter which tower base it picks for this, because all the tower bases are to be on the same layer and Z order technically. So tower base, Z order, and we'll do +1 there, which shouldn't look any different. +1, let's see, maybe +2. Yeah. There we go. And then you could always tween opacity from 0 to 255 on creation to get a cool bullet spawn. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be neat. You think they should be white? That was, let's see. Let's see what kind of effect we get here. Oops. What did I... Yeah, I'll probably play around with the bullets at the moment. Tower head 1. Yeah, in fact, I think I started out doing that. Set the fire rate. I still have some old stuff up here setting the fire rate of those tower heads too. Let me check. Maybe there's a... I'm pretty sure I have a condition out here. Maybe it's changing the bullet... the animation. I'm trying to get to the animation. Miscellaneous objects. Just about out of time here, but let's see. Bullet arcane, arcane shot particle. So it's not those. So there might be something under the checks for when the bullet hits the enemy. We can probably disable these. We don't need these anymore. And then possibly delete them. Hey, good morning. It's almost midnight here, but good morning to you. Can mess with it later. Yeah, probably have to mess with it later. Yeah, we can have a lot of fun with it. We'll keep the basic tower in there, and we can spruce it up. It can be something to upgrade as you move forward. Yeah, 5 a.m. over in the UK, huh? Sun's just about to come up. All right, let's save that progress. Let me run this again, though. I disabled a couple text updates. You hear the cop sirens going off or everything. We have some drones flying around and people shooting at the drones and cops. I wonder if those were the cops' drones. What is going on out there? You'd think I live in like a dangerous neighborhood or something. Like those silent messages you send, don't want to wake you. Jeez. No, I work from home, so like I've got like, you know, work apps on my phone. I've got my laptops. So when I go to bed, I have all my notifications, almost all of them turned off. So nobody can bother me. Yeah, someone's getting raided, man. Well, we've made a couple little optimization tweaks. Other game dev streamers have complained about this, whether they stream live or when they do those dev logs. You know, some people don't stream live; they just do like a periodic dev log, which I don't do. And they've talked about how they hate not. Oh, there's that bug again. It's like after a lot of enemies go into the end, it seems to trigger. But, and I'll close with these rambling thoughts for the night. But those who do devlogs complain because they feel like they have to show something, and things like optimization are not for showing, are they? So, but man, does it help if you know how to start off on the right foot. Those frames are very nice. Light level 0 noise. Yeah, now I know what you mean. Let's take a quick look. That's an easy thing to check out. Is my light variable updating on the text object? Light 1000. So is this actually going down? I know I disabled some of that for testing purposes. Okay, the text object is not updating. Let's check the debugger. Let's look at scene variable. Oops. Light current value. Refresh. Yeah, I don't think the light's actually going down. that's a good thought. Is it at the end of the waves? And why are these guys not deleting? What the heck is going on here? And this is counting 45 enemies. There it goes. It's triggering because of the wave. The current wave is going berserk. So at the end of the waves, it seems. So at least we know where to look. Let me update the card here in Trello. Add it to the list, man. Add it to the list. Good grief. Oops. Oh yeah, and the enemy doesn't delete. Which is weird. I don't know. They almost always delete, right? Yeah, I'll get these. I'll clean this up just a little bit, and then I'll get it back into GitHub. For sure, man. For sure. All right. Well, I'm going to bounce. Thanks for hanging out. Obviously, it's been pretty quiet tonight, but I appreciate your company here. So hopefully you have a good rest of your morning. And we'll catch you later. And to all of those out there, I hope you have fewer bugs than I do, because I've got a lot of them. So thanks.